Hi, and thank you for watching the Nick Childs Real Estate channel on YouTube. I'm your host, Nick Childs, and although this is a real estate channel, you know, a lot of people think of the word real estate as condos, square footage, buildings, and honestly, I think real estate is about people. You can't have real estate if you don't have people. So today I have the distinct honor and privilege to speak with not only the owner of the Walden Golf Course here in Lake Conroe, but he's a great family man, a great idol to the community, and he's done so much for everybody here in the Conroe and the Montgomery area. Dan, thank you very much for your time.
Nice to meet you.
I appreciate it. I know you're busy, and I appreciate taking the time to talk with me today.
My pleasure.
So, if you could just kind of walk us through, you know, the whole story of what life was like before you realized you were diagnosed with a type of cancer, and then, you know, just to struggle through that and what helped you defeat it.
Well, you know, I've dealt with cancer quite a bit in my life. My mother battled cancer for over 20 years, and I had an opportunity 17 years ago to get involved with a group called Golfers Against Cancer, and I found that very rewarding. And when I bought Walden 11 years ago, we started our efforts to raise funds for Golfers Against Cancer, and that's been very rewarding, and the community has really rallied around that. 6 years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer, and you know, when you're told that you have cancer, just like everybody says, it's like a punch to the gut. And you worry about your family, whether you're going to make it through, and whether you're going to see your kids grow up. And you know, I was very fortunate to be able to go to MD Anderson. And the first minute being with my doctor gave me tremendous comfort in that I wasn't going to die, and that I was in the best hands, the best doctors in the world. And so I kind of got over the shock, and then looked forward to dealing with the treatment, which I had to go through surgery and chemotherapy, and which actually was worse than I anticipated. And but knowing that the community was behind me, and the people that came forward with their kind words, their cards and letters, was very helpful. And knowing that they had my back was very comforting when I was going through the treatment. One time I got out of the hospital and came back to the club, and I noticed everybody in the club was wearing these purple armbands, and I asked what it was for, and someone showed me, and it actually says "Do It for Dan." It says Walden Golf Club on it. And one of our Golfers Against Cancer board members took it upon himself to get these made, and then he went around to the club and the community and sold them to raise funds for Golfers Against Cancer, and it was over $8,000 that they raised just through selling these bands, and I never go anywhere without it.
That's awesome. So is the Golfers Against Cancer organization still active?
Very active, and in fact this past year we surpassed the $1 million mark in donations to Golfers Against Cancer.
Is that just in Walden Golf Course, or is that around?
Well, it actually got started at the Deerwood Club, and that's the home office of Golfers Against Cancer. There are other tournaments, galas, wine dinners throughout the country. It's actually become a nationwide effort, and to date, Golfers Against Cancer has generated over $22 million.
Wow.
And the neat thing about that is that Golfers Against Cancer is all driven by volunteers. So there is no administrative costs to run the organization. And there's cost associated with tournaments and dinners and things like that, but there's no overhead from a administration standpoint.
That's absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
And that's one of their main purposes is to stay volunteer driven, so they can give more money back to cancer research.
So how would, I guess, what's one way somebody can get involved with the Golfers Against Cancer?
Well, here at Walden, we do a tournament this year. It will be August 3rd. We also do what we call the Walden 100, where we get people that are interested in playing 100 holes of golf in one day. And then this year on August 1st, we're going to have a casino night. So any one of those alternatives. Also, you can look up Golfers Against Cancer and just make donation and understand that a donation like that, 100% of that will go towards cancer research.
Now, is that golfersagainstcancer.com, or is there a certain website they go to?
Yes, golfersagainstcancer.com.
Perfect. Okay. And then I know personally, just on the personal side, I'm going to find out if my grandmother actually has a type of cancer April 2nd. So what's some advice you can give those who are, either going through the battle or was about to, or what's some type of, piece of advice you can give them to stay strong and get through it?
Well, having been involved with Golfers Against Cancer, I know for a fact that every day they are finding more methods of treatment that are more and more effective. Whereas pancreatic cancer used to be almost a death sentence, that isn't the case any longer. So it's amazing what they are doing these days, and my only recommendation would be to stay positive, because I firmly believe that has a tremendous amount to do with overcoming your cancer.
Wonderful. Well, Dan, I know you're busy. I can't thank you enough for your time. I really appreciate it. Again, Dan McIntyre, owner of Walden Golf Course and a wonderful member of the community here in Lake Conroe. If you want to get in touch with him, what's a website or some way they can get in touch with your organizations and here at Walden Golf Course?
You can contact us through our website, WaldenOnLakeConroeGolfClub.com, and we'll definitely get back with you.
All right. Thank you so much.
All
appreciate
right.
it.
Thank you.